Howdy folks, Rolling Thunder here. I just tried a live stream a little while ago and it didn't work out like I wanted it to, because I was hoping, I don't know, 20 people or so would show up and we could have chats and discussion and find out, what state folks were in and see what kind of lockdown stuff they had going on and compare notes. But only 3 people showed up, so I made a video, but since it didn't work out like I wanted it to, I left a bunch of stuff out, so I figure I'll make another video. I never have an itinerary. Just a bunch of stuff on my mind to talk about. And I'll post this and probably wipe the other one, but thanks for listening, first of all, and in the comments maybe we can have the discussion that I wanted to have on the live stream. I'm not surprised, my channel's been screwed up for a long time, so plus, I don't know, maybe I need to plan it ahead of time or something like that and put out one of those notices or whatever. I don't know. But maybe if some people view this and we get talking in the comments, we can have the same kind of discussion and find out what's going on. I'm in Colorado, and it's about to be locked down. We've had a curfew for 2 weeks or so, which I haven't really paid attention to, but I'm not really out past 10 on the roads much anyway, so if anything, I'm up before 5. I'm driving. Those are the best hours, actually. Just you and the truckers. Anyway, where was I? I'm all set. I'm gonna probably repeat what I had on that other video so I can just wipe it. But I'm hoping you're set, because it's gonna get weird. I mean, they've already during this whole 2020 sabotaged a lot of the food sources, so things are changing that way. There's talk of that trucker strike or whatever. If that were to happen, done deal. But hopefully you guys got food. I'm speaking to friends and family especially, because you kept bucking me. But it's getting weird already. Lines around your Costco again. Toilet paper gone. Guess who runs the toilet paper world? The Koch brothers, who had a ranch right in my backyard, not far from where I used to live. So that's all a joke. I don't even know why people go for the toilet paper. You're not going to need toilet paper if you don't have any food. Plus, you know what else is funny is the toilet paper section will be all wiped out, but if you go over to the baby section, all the baby wipes are, there's plenty of those. People aren't thinking. Anyway, I hope you're already ready. Thanksgiving to Christmas. They could be trying to push that vaccine on people, and that's why I'm kind of taking shelter here, because I don't want to be caught in a checkpoint, because I have a feeling lockdown 2, just like Bill Gates said, this time people will take notice. So I think it's going to be different than the first one. The first one, I traveled around a lot, which was kind of nice. There was nobody out there. It was kind of weird too, kind of spooky. Totally ghost towns everywhere. But there wasn't even cops out. It was kind of weird. I think they were scared. Anyway, there's plenty of them out now. So I just soon chill. I'm set. I got more than enough food so I can share or trade or whatever. I got plenty of water and a water source. And I got a solar panel in case the grid goes out. Because actually when I was here during the first lockdown, there was these crews that were working, I don't know, for about a week on power lines in case the grid went out, like an alternate line. So maybe they had a heads up. But whatever the case may be, I was watching them and asking questions because this is private property, so they had to let her know what they were doing. I thought it might be 5G or something, so that's what I've been thinking about. I've been seeing it all across the country as far as the installation being underground. Mostly the big orange coils that you see, you've probably seen. That's what they're putting underground, so I think it works under there. I don't know. Harder to monkey wrench if it's underground than, a tower you can tip over or demolish or set on fire or whatever. Who knows? I got a little detector. I don't use it that much, but I do check out certain areas. And I mean, you see, if you're near cell towers, then you get it. But I don't see a big jump yet, so I wouldn't say it's been switched on yet. But if you saw that Verizon commercial about 5G, they treat it like it's a nuclear weapon with the two guys with the keys that they have to turn at the same time. And anyway, little inside joke. So, what else did I want to talk about? Let's see. So in the other video I talked about the PCR test and not to get it. I said that in my last video because they're jabbing your pineal gland with a swab, and who knows what's on that swab. Tons of false positives. Everybody that tests positive seems to be asymptomatic anyways. So I don't see sick people walking around. Do you? If people are getting sick, it's because they're wearing a mask. And have been for months. And they're staying away from people, so your immune system's not, being able to interact with other people like it's supposed to. Plus, 6 feet is what your heart's electric field is. So when you keep people out of... They don't want us connecting on that level. They don't want us connecting on any level. That's why you can't gather. They don't want us talking to each other and figuring this out and coming together and standing up, which is what we have to do. Which is why I'm talking again for Lockdown 2. And if I'm still around, I'll talk on Lockdown 3. I don't know, it would have been cool to have a bunch of people talking. I've been on other people's live feeds, and that's a really good way to share information real time with people across the country, across the world actually. And you got to pay attention to what's going on elsewhere. I know they're not showing you on your TV, but other countries are standing up. And they don't have guns. So I hope we figure out who our real enemy is and save our guns for them instead of using them against each other, because they've got us divided on just about every possible faction. So we gotta stand up or forever be on our knees in this new world order that's gonna just suck. Like, for instance, where I'm from, mountain town, ski town, small town, but on the Agenda 21 map it's now a red zone. So if you live there, you won't, is what they say. And of course there's no ski resorts and there's no golf courses in Agenda 21. So that's That's why they are going to eliminate the ski industry, and they're starting already. That's why Vail, for the last couple decades, has been buying up all these ski resorts. And now they're this monster that has tons and tons of ski resorts. But they did that so that when COVID came around, they could make a whole bunch of ridiculous rules that are going to kill the ski industry. Suicide. You have to make reservations to go skiing now. Who knows how far in advance. But my little ski resort got gobbled up by Vail. And so they can impose this on their whole realm of ski resorts all together. Vail Resort says you have to do this, have to do that. It's going to kill the ski industry. They'll all close down. Bah. There's step one in moving all these people to your mega cities. There's going to be 11 mega cities of 6 million people each. So they'll have 66 million people in their new United States. And I can tell you, in all my travels, because I went everywhere in the United States, and the places where the mega cities are going to be, the construction was going like hotcakes everywhere, stack and pack kind of stuff. Everything, cranes everywhere. Other areas which are not going to be part of that area, if they might be a red zone, are not getting infrastructure updates. So sometimes you're in rough road areas that aren't going to get fixed, because they'll be moving you out of there. So why invest in that area? So I saw a lot of that in my travels. Sorry about the jumping around. Got spastic legs today. Maybe I need to roll. Anyway, can you see? There's my... Oh, did you hear that? There's a shooting range probably a mile away or so. And instead of guns lately, I've been hearing bombs. What sound like bombs anyway. I don't know. Grenade launchers. Who knows? It's going to be weird in America. I can tell you that. So that's why I've been blabbing all this whole year, really mainly to my close friends, family, anybody else who will have my ear, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And because, for one thing, I've been blabbing about the New World Order for 15 years, and here it is. Lots of proof of it. It's hokey. Everybody thinks it's weird this year. They're like, nothing makes sense, but it'll get better. No, it's not getting better. Biden's not going to make it any better. I can't believe so many people actually went out and consciously voted for this guy. I don't vote. Never have. It's a joke. If voting changed anything, it would be illegal. It's all a stage. The world is a stage. It's obvious, especially this year. Everybody is in lockstep. Here's an example of the world being a stage. Governor Cuomo, is getting an Emmy Award for his press conferences on COVID. So, if you haven't realized that all these world leaders are puppets, actors, Trump's an actor, so is Biden. They both have IMDb pages. They're actors. They're puppets. They're owned. The Rothschilds own Trump. They bailed him out with his several bankruptcies. They own him. But, his family's always been... His uncle stole Tesla's work and probably starved him to death. Poor guy looked like a skinny little rail in his death, but all kinds of stuff to look in there. Anyway, what else do I want to talk about? Oh, don't get the test. If I didn't mention it, the PCR test. The guy that invented it has even come out and said that it's not being used properly. It's not what it was invented for, and that it actually, finds every virus in your body. It can find everything, and even viruses you've had in the past. So that's why the numbers are screwy. It's all still pretty much a joke. But, with all the fear they put on the daily news and whatever else, the flicker rate of the digital TVs probably has everybody in a trance, in a spell, because I can't get through to people that are TV watchers. We don't even know who our president is, really. They probably did that on purpose so everybody will fight at Thanksgiving. So happy Thanksgiving. I don't know, Thanksgiving was always cool as far as family and all that stuff getting together, so I hope people still do that. Celebrate for that, not so much for the other bullshit. 15 million Indians were killed, supposedly, when they came marching through this country, so maybe that's why we have such bad luck right now. The whole country was made on Indian burial grounds. Bad juju. Another topic. Anyway, did you hear that explosion? I wonder if you did. There's another one. It's not gunshots. But I feel good here. I'm on private property, actually. And some smart folks near me too, which is better than the opposite. What else was I going to talk about? Oh, well, being prepared, because they've been sabotaging the food all year, and before that, but all worldwide too. So it's coming, even though you might not see it yet. I think it's all going to come to a head, like mass chaos, all at the same time. So maybe the food, maybe the dollar collapse finally, maybe a bunch of different scenarios all at once. Something with the changing hands in America of the puppets who are being played by the New World Order. Hello. I'm hoping my family watches this, so I know the people on my channel know the whole gig, so I'm speaking to the choir, but I don't know. I've spent 3.5 years mostly alone, which is okay. I like myself, so which I took the time to get to know myself a long time ago and figure out why I'm here, where I'm at, hopefully where I'm going, which most people don't do, and that's another reason why. It's really not fun meeting people when they don't even know who they are. So, I don't know. I just see little cookie cutter people that all talk the same. Kind of drives me crazy. The sun's going behind the trees. Beautiful day though. I'm psyched. I'm staying in my state, even though it gets a little chilly in Colorado at times. But that's where I want to be, where I want to spend this lockdown, however long it's going to be, and just kind of watch from a safe distance. But I recommend that. I've been trying to tell my family that for a long time, and they just keep blowing me off. Be ready, especially if you're closer to the city than not. People are going to get weird and desperate if they push a few buttons. That's all they have to do. So, be ready. Don't let them test you. Don't get tested, and don't believe them. Most of the testing sites are empty, just like the hospitals. Don't believe them about the hospitals. They're saying, like in Wisconsin, that the entire state, all the hospitals were at full capacity. I saw that on the news about a week ago. That's fucking bullshit. We need to film hospitals like we did the last time and show people that they're lying. All these I used to be a ski patroller, so like an EMT field, kind of a health worker field, but we're real. Like, you know, I can't believe all these dancing nurses are taking credit for being heroes, and they know this is mostly bullshit. Sure, people that were dying are probably the people that would have been the hospitals anyways, that they negated. So usually hospital parking lots are jam full. There's waiting lines. There's full waiting rooms. And that was all gone during this COVID shit. So people were probably dying at home with whatever because they couldn't be seen. Maybe they couldn't get their same treatments or the same drugs or whatever. That's another thing, man. They cut off the drugs that everybody's on these days. People are gonna go nuts. I don't know. Come what may. But I hope people can see through all this bullshit. See what they're saying. Burks came out recently and said there was no flu anymore. Do the math. The numbers have always been skewed this whole time. So really, there was a flu that went around, because it's kind of weird. I guess I'd better interject this just because I'm thinking about it. But in all my travels, I traveled all around, and the most scared community was my old community, where I've been in my van for 3.5 years, but before that I lived in the mountains of Colorado for 25 years. But there was like a flu that went out in our town, big time, and a lot of people got sick. So they thought it was COVID, and who knows what it was for sure. Maybe just the yearly flu or whatever. I don't know. But a lot of people got sick all at the same time. And so, it's kind of strange. They were really scared. So, I go back and visit, and friends I've had for a long time won't hug or shake hands. It's, trying to give you the elbow, or maybe not even that. They just stand way away, and it's like, holy shit. But 100 miles away, I was in a town, and at the same time, I was at a bar watching a band. All the tables were like 6 feet apart, but you could have 6 people at a table. Nobody was wearing masks except for the bartender and the waitress. It felt like, if you didn't see the bartender or the waitress, just like you were out there in 2019. But that's the weird thing. So only 100 miles difference, and the town was totally different. One town's wearing masks everywhere and freaking out. The other town's still carrying on, going, whatever. Don't tread on me. One saying, don't spread on me, and the other one saying, don't tread on me. But totally two different communities, and I'll tell you, being in my old town was wearing on me because I didn't wear a mask anywhere, and there was a couple businesses that let you option, like through the window or something, you could order stuff, like one of my favorite restaurants. So I went there all the time. Didn't go in, just ordered from the window without a mask. But, people were freaking out. So there's truly some people that are scared there, some of my friends, which is sad. I tried to tell them not to be scared. I tried to tell them who to look into, which would be Stefan Lenka. If you've never heard of him, Dr. Stefan Lenka, Stefan Lenka, Lanka. Listen to him. He's the one that came up with that, and you'll learn a lot about what a virus truly is and how our bodies work. Another person to look up is Amanda, Amandha Vollmer, I believe, Voellmer. I don't know. I think I'm right. Those two right there will help you understand how your body really works if you don't know how it works. Your immune system's key, and mine is really strong. I haven't been sick with a flu or anything like that for, I don't know, like 5-6 years. So, and when I was sick back then, it's because of whatever I was putting into my body. So back then I was probably drinking too much. But I don't do pharmaceuticals and haven't for a long time. Probably almost, 36, 37 years, something like that. That's key. That's another reason why my immune system's strong. I try to eat right. I don't know, not that right. But what I do, I don't eat a lot. I eat what my body tells me to and when. So sometimes I eat, sometimes I don't. If I'm exercising a lot, I do. That's how it works. And I'm glad it kind of works that way because times might get tough. So I am ready. I don't know if I already mentioned my supplies, but I got more than enough food, and that could be a trading item. I think that's my best trading item. So I didn't have a lot of money anyways, but I got what was important. So I'm set. I hope you are too. I hope you're not in the city. So if you have all those things going for you, I think you can make a stand and not get this vaccine. If this Operation Warp Speed is real, then hopefully I've protected myself a little bit from that. I don't know. I don't want to be stuck in a checkpoint, so I'm going to chill out for a while. And Colorado's ramping up. We've had a curfew for 2 weeks. Silly. But that's just alright, let's see if they'll do this. Okay. Now they're killing all the small businesses. They already had one swoop at them. If they could survive that, this next one's really going to hurt because especially during the holidays, like in my old town, it's a resort town. That's kind of a town, nobody has the holidays off, basically. Everybody's working. But a lot of people visit, and so it boosts the economy. That's not going to happen this year for a lot of places, so I mean, that's what it looks like. I don't know for sure. We'll all see, won't we? Anyway, I guess I blabbed enough. I wanted to add a few things. It'd be cool if there are still some people on my channel to start talking again, because I can connect right now. I didn't always have that when I was traveling around, so Right now I can, and we could start talking and exchanging what's going on in your state or country, wherever you are. But anyway, wish you all the best, and peace and love, and thanks for tuning in. And let's come together instead of getting split apart. Cheers.